Hi, I'm Ruaridh Campbell and I'm running for the QMU Union President 2020.
So, firstly, why should people vote for you above all the other candidates?
I think that in general, I just have the most experience of the sort of financial side of the union, of its actual running, the most direct experience with engaging with students. I think that just in the nature of what I've done at the union, the nature of what I've been involved in has meant that I got to talk to lots of different students from lots of different backgrounds at all my different events and get to understand where they're coming from. And I think people should vote for me because I'm not just about continuity, I'm not just about the status quo, I'm actually about making a change, and a change is long overdue on this campus.
You stated in your manifesto that the union's more financially stable and that you'd like to improve your facilities, but your own strategic report published earlier this year showed that the QMU has been in financial decline for the last 5 consecutive years. Do you think that the union is in a financially stable enough place to begin renovations like these, and how do you plan to fund the changes while maintaining a stronger economic position?
So obviously I've worked quite closely with management in my role as events, so I know that firstly this is something that they're very eager to bring, and I know it's something that is possible that we can do from conversations with that. I think that with the additional money we've had from the university and how we've been able to do this year, overall it looks like we're on track to possibly even break even or make a profit this year. So hopefully with that extra investment we should be able to go forward.
Thinking about the constitutional changes, do you think that Life members should continue to have a vote?
So initially when the constitution was being drafted, I agreed with the constitution we come up with, and I felt that Life members weren't particularly politically engaged with the union. But since then, and since we saw in the amendments to his constitution trying to be passed through, they've been very engaged, and there's also a lot we can learn from past presidents who are still involved. And I think because our process for Life members has always been that they have to apply to get a GUID anyway to vote, I don't think it particularly limits us, because I think that only those who are invested, as always, will really want to be part of it.
What do you think is the greatest issue that the QMU faces right now, and what is the first thing that you would tackle?
Student engagement, to be honest. I think students just don't see us as being there for them. Students just don't see us as actually being a place they can go to that will support them, or actually give them a good time. I think that we really need to win back a lot of students' trust on key campus issues and really sort of push forward to being just a place that stands up for students and really shouts for them.
And you stated in your manifesto that you wanted to work with both members and the board to pass a new constitution, but your last 2 EGMs were cancelled due to a low turnout. How do you plan on stimulating more interest in the direction of the union and enthuse people to want to make a change?
So actually the first EGM wasn't cancelled, it was postponed because there was enough turnout, but it wasn't decided that it would be continued. I think that what I would like to do, as I said in my manifesto, is I think we need to let students know that we care about them for them to care about us. So to get students more engaged, we're going to bring a lot of activist groups into the union, we're going to offer them resources, we're going to set up a platform for them where they can express their views and actually make their voice heard, because I think there's no point in a union that doesn't stand up for students.
So leading on from that then, arguably the strongest part of your manifesto is the call to return to proactively fighting for students' issues and causes, and you've provided some really practical and exciting steps you take to do this. Is there anything you want to expand on specifically, or one idea that you've provided that you're especially excited about?
I think I'm particularly excited about the idea of having a sort of activism forum or network. I think it's just such a good opportunity to bring together all the different groups on campus and actually work together. There's so much crossover between a lot of these issues like climate crisis, arms divestment, that I really feel that working together we're stronger, and working with the union's backing can bring that. I think it also is really important because it allows students who are involved in these activities to have a voice and say what they want from us, what they want from the union.
And lastly, you hinted in your manifesto at bringing back great pints at great prices. Does that mean we can expect to see tenants go up on the menu?
well, I can try my best, you know. I think, to be honest, like we have a contract just now, and I'm going to look at all options for going forward to see if we're happy with that contract, to see if we can keep it. It's quite a good contract financially for us, but there's a lot of beers in our roster that I think students would be much happier to see than Coors. We have Grolsch, we have Tiski, you know, there's a lot of beers in that roster that would shake things up a bit. But if we could get Big Juicy, I don't think anyone would complain.